Hello, everybody. I'm Randy Gaines. Um, I think we're all starting to get kind of familiar with each other, seeing each other on these Zoom calls that most of us look completely terrified in. Um, well, I don't think in the patho class was kind of laid back, but the other Zoom meetings were quite intense for me. And like I said, I don't drink or have any other vices. So I have to do this all completely sober, and all my freakouts will just have to come, and I'll just have to figure it out how to do it the good old fashioned way of freaking out, I guess. Anywho, I've been a nurse for 12 years. I have been in several specialties. Psych, I have been in the longest, going on about 8 years now. But I have all my skills. I have been med surge, trauma, renal, yes, labor and delivery, postpartum. I hated doing the nursery, but it was necessary. I don't like doing anything with small babies, nothing. Which is why I don't. My sister's a NICU nurse. I posted her in the group. I had to post that comment because I have been having the roughest time trying to get this video done, and hopefully it uploads this time. As this Canvas thing is just not the coolest thing that I've ever had to deal with. I mean, it's not the worst. I just have to get used to it. So, as I said, there's a picture that I submitted with my sister. She is also a nurse. As a matter of fact, we have several nurses in our family. My aunts are nurses. We have nurses, teachers, and ministers. So we're a service-based family. So the two things I want to get out of being a DNP prepared nurse is, as I've said in most of my introductions, I currently don't feel like I'm effective as a floor nurse. They say that we can do changes and stuff, but we can't, and we gotta submit all this paperwork and give them all this evidence just for us to get ignored anyway. And I'm kind of tired of having that feeling. And I want to be more proactive for my patients and actually make a difference with something versus just sitting and spinning wheels and reinventing wheels that don't work. The other interest I have is doing legislation, and I haven't figured out all of the legislation, but there are certain things that happen, especially with our psych patients, that bother me currently, especially in the realms of IVCing people, because people tend to not understand what you can and can't do under IVCs. So, or involuntary commitments, because I think everybody's not in the same area. So a lot of these people are misusing them and almost using them punitively. And the IVC paperwork is a legal document, so it's actually following you around. So if somebody decides to commit you maliciously or whatever, it can follow you, and it can have long standing effects. So I'm gonna be looking at that a lot because I don't like that aspect of my job. So as it relates to the different theories that we're gonna be using, I think we have to do theories as a means in our later practice to have a foundation, because we have to have a reason for doing what we do. We can't just decide, hey, this is what I'm going to do today, and it not be based in anything. So in order for us to have good practice, we have to have a good foundation, and it doesn't have to come from one thing. You can pick and choose the things that you like and make your own practice and your own foundation. But I think at least having the class will introduce us to stuff that either we don't know already, or just new things that we need to know that we may be able to use in our everyday practice once we're actually in the field. So I think that's about it for me. Hope y'all have a good weekend.